Morning guys, I'm out here in our personalized 2-acre mini orchard, and we're going to spend some time today and show you what we do in the early spring like today. It's a beautiful day to get our orchard trees ready for the year. But first, we have to let all the animals out to enjoy their day and this little bit of sun that we're getting. So we got barn cats, mini pigs, Emden geese, khaki Campbell ducks, white Campbell ducks, red bourbon turkeys, and we have a bunch of chickens. Sushi. Tango, you okay? Why are you eating the grass? You grassy? Hey, you want to barf up that hairball? Hey, Mango. I got your tail, bud. Chunk. How you doing, buddy? Good boy, Chunk. Good boy. Sushi! I see you there. Sushi! Hey, girlie. Bobby, nose bump? Good boy, buddy. Good boy. Billy! Hey, Billy. How are you, girl? You okay? You okay, bud? Bubby! Oh no! You already deflated your red ball. That's not cool, man. What'd you do, sit on it? You busted it, man. Don't bite me. Don't bite me. You're foaming at the mouth there, bro. What's going on? Okay, pigs, I'll see you later. I got work to do. Lots of work to do in this gorgeous weather that we have here in Horseshoe Valley, Ontario, Canada. Ozzy's over there by the rhododendrons. He just did a whole tour of the farmhouse. And the rhododendrons are looking spectacular at this time of year. There's Sushi in the garden shed window there. She's crying. Sushi! You okay? That bird, I think, is the same bird as last year. Wow, 5 eggs. 5 eggs it has in that nest. How are little baby birds, 5 of them, gonna fit in there? I don't know. There it is. Is that a barn swallow? Beautiful day here again. It's gonna get up to 19 degrees again today, so yes. You okay? turkeys are a little worse for wear from the geese. That gander keeps biting the turkeys. See? They're fighting. And honestly, the male turkeys, the toms, they don't back down either. And I mean, they're just, I guess, protecting their females. And this guy's, the goose, is protecting his female. And he just lost his other female. Nature, I guess. I don't know how I can do anything to avoid it. We shouldn't have 2 tom turkeys. That's part of the problem. We should only have 1 tom turkey. So I have to deal with that in the near future. My wife just called me over by the farmhouse. She says there's a bunch of cats that found a snake. And I don't particularly want the cats messing with a snake, so I'm going to try to intervene if I can. What are you guys doing? Mango? What are you doing? Don't look at your friends, look at me. What did you find? Hey? Oh no, it's a milk snake. Get out of here. There's the cats. Looks at Maggie and Chunk and Mango just left, but they're trying to get this milk snake. Okay, you stay there, snake, okay? He's shaking his tail. Look at him shaking the tail. Here you go, buddy. Here you go, buddy. Milk snakes are part of the constrictor family, so it's not like they're venomous and they bite their prey. They squeeze their prey to death. Live your life in the woods there, bud. Now, although the cats is just doing what they were naturally intended to do, and that's get rid of pests. But we want to save the snakes as much as we can, because snakes also eat a lot of rodents. I don't know what else is in a snake's diet. Maybe rodents and maybe frogs or eggs, or I don't know what else is in a snake's diet. But that's a non-venomous milk snake. Very common here in Ontario. And we don't really have any super venomous snakes. I think there's a Mississauga rattler, which is not really in our area, but you never know. But that was a milk snake for what I have experienced with snakes. We usually have milk snakes and garter snakes here on the farm. And they're both non-venomous and they don't get too big or anything like that. So there you go. Almost forgot to let Big Red and the girls out. Okay, guys. There you go. You okay, Red? I'll take that as a yes, bud. Come on out, geese. So we have a bunch of work to do in this orchard. This particular apple tree right here needs to be trimmed. That one needs to be trimmed because the branches fell down during that ice storm. We have to tend to a few other trees, and I'm going to show you around, show you what kind of trees we have. We had Yushi and Kyung from Toronto stay at the farm. They're also from YouTube. They brought their cat Umi, a beautiful looking boy. He was a handsome cat. And they stayed for 2 nights. And it was a really great stay. I toured them around. Hopefully they enjoyed themselves. Thanks so much for the stay, guys. And I really appreciate it. It's always nice to meet people who know the farm from the YouTube channel and then visit the farm, and there's so much to talk about and showcase about the farm. It's really cool. So let me just give you the quick layout of this orchard here. It extends to that tree line, and it goes down there to that tree line. It goes to these 3 trees right here. They're all damaged right now, but those are mulberry trees. So we decided to make that the border. We have our garden right here, and then from this part of the garden, it's all part of the orchard too, and it extends way over there to where that red building is. That's the goose caboose, where the geese are supposed to be living. I just have this little temporary netting here to hold the ducks in so they won't wander all over the place. But we basically have 5 old apple trees and approximately 40. I've lost count because some died and then we plant some more, but approximately 40 new trees that we've planted. Some 5 years ago, some 4 years ago, and we planted one last year as well. We're still dealing with the remnants of the ice storm that we had at the end of the winter, and there are a lot of prunings that we have to do on all these trees. Fallen limbs, broken branches, stuff like that. So we're going to take care of all that today too. Now definitely every spring we fertilize all around the base of the tree, and I use these things. This particular brand is Job's, but they're like little spikes, and you just hammer them in around the drip edge of the tree, and it just is like a slow release fertilizer throughout the year. Now these spikes come with this little rubber thing, and you put that over the edge, and then you hammer it in with a hammer. This is a pear tree. I planted this here, and that tree there, the small one, is a pear tree, and that is to help this tree and that broken tree. These 2 are wild pear trees that were already here, and I mean, they're blooming like crazy right now. I don't see a lot of bees around them though, but this one kind of got trashed. I really don't know if we can save the tree, honestly, because it's looking pretty bad. And it's quite miraculous, I think, that the branches can break off like that. It's not even really attached to the wood properly anymore, and yet it still has loads of flowers all over the place. So technically, those should all turn into fruits. But the truth is, this hasn't given us fruits since we've been here. I pruned it really hard. I pruned this one really hard, but they haven't given us any fruits because pears are one of the fruits that need cross-pollination. And that's really what's going to get the fruit to set in. So that's why we planted, this is a Flemish Beauty pear, and that one over there is a Bartlett pear, and we planted it close to these wild pears in order to encourage cross-pollination as the trees age and get bigger. Even this Flemish Beauty pear has some flowers budding, so that's really great. So back to these spikes. The way these things are to be sunk into the ground is at the drip edge of the tree. Now the drip edge of the tree is basically right here. So we should be installing it right here, and then one on that side. Now depending on the size of the tree, that's how you calculate how many of these spikes you need. In this small tree's case, I just put 2 spikes, one on either side of the tree. But as the tree ages, you'll increase that to 3 spikes and 4 spikes and so on. This right here that I'm working on is a Honeycrisp apple tree. It's one of my favorite varieties of apples. Super clean, super crisp, very sweet. Planted strategically this enormous variety right here, honey locust. Now this is a thornless honey locust, and what this does is add nitrogen. It's like a nitrogen fixing tree, so strategically planted throughout the orchard so that it's like supplying nitrogen, you know? And it's just starting to bud right now, so that's really great. This is going to turn into a big, beautiful tree. It's too bad about those mulberries. Look at it, it's really trashed. Hopefully the tree can still survive, but we're going to have to clean up and cut all those off. Now these 3 mulberry trees were also here already. We didn't plant these, and I'm going to try my best to save them so that they don't necessarily die. This is one of the peach trees. You can see they have beautiful blossoms right now, but if you look at it, it's like this side of the tree has blossoms, this side is dead. It's odd, so I might as well just prune off the dead portions, you know. And then there's another peach tree in there. Hope it doesn't have too much damage, but I do see some blossoms. So that's good sign that it's still alive there. But it's in a tangled mess with this big, huge branch, so I'm gonna have to take care of this. This tree right here is a chestnut tree, and it's coming alive. It's doing okay. It's got a little bit of a broken branch here from the ice storm. I'll have to try to cut that off. And this particular branch right here, if I can give you a shot right there at the joint, you can see when I bend the branch, it's kind of opening up there. So what I want to do is kind of close that up, and I'm going to train this. I'm going to tie it here to close up that seam, and then I'm going to wrap some tape and wire around it to try to save it, because if that branch breaks off and dies, it's not just, this is all that's left. That's just not nice. Trying to get it nice and tight to really hold it together so that the tree can heal. Trees are, in fact, very miraculous, and if they're closed together like that, it should heal, I'm confident, because the rest of the tree still has the buds growing, which means it's still alive there. So really, the main reason why I'm making the effort to save that cracked portion there, basically to save this branch, is because this branch is growing. You know what I mean? It's alive. So I know that, like, you know, the ventricles and the vas deferens, you know, like they're all connected inside. So I bend this up a little bit. I've trained it now to this peg. And if I leave it there for 6-7 months, it should heal itself. And then I can take those wires off probably next year. This one over here is a black walnut. So it's starting to grow too. It's looking pretty good, I'd say. Although the rest of it looks kind of sparse, but it's just starting to grow now. You can see it's just peaking. Now, because all of our orchard here, we planted most of these young trees 3 to 4 to 5 years ago. I mean, they were already, you know, growing. We didn't plant them from seed or anything. So this Bing cherry right here, I'd say, is probably 7 or 8 years old, maybe 9 years old. And it's getting close to the time where I need to think about the head cut. Now, I'm 6'3", and this tree is probably, to the top, it's probably 7.5 feet. I don't think that's tall enough yet to do the head cut. I want the trees to be a little bit bigger. What the head cut is, for people that don't know, and please don't, you know, I'm not an expert on this stuff, I've just been learning. The head cut is like you cut the top, the main trunk of the tree at the top, and it stops the vertical growth, and it starts to grow sideways and more fuller, and you'll be able to train it to get more fruits that way. This one here I'm really excited for because I love sweet cherries, especially Bing cherries. And this one's looking, oh no! Do you guys see what I see? Look at that. That's the gypsy moth tent caterpillars. Arrgh. Don't want to burn too much that you'll hurt the wood. But it is time to prune these guys. I just use this kind of little pruners. And the things that I look for, and keep in mind I'm not an expert, but the things that I look for is a branch like this. Okay? It's growing up and it's crisscrossing with this. So this is always going to be rubbing. It's not growing in a great spot, so that's going to get cut off. This branch right here, it's not looking good. Actually, it looks all deformed there. And this branch I'll keep because it's coming out here. So what I'm going to do is cut that right off down there. And this branch right here, you see, it doesn't have an outward growth. It has like an inward growth. And if I allow that to continue to grow, it's just going to grow out here. It's going to keep growing this way, and it's going to interfere with these two branches. So this has to get cut also. Now, if I'm really getting serious, this branch is dead, so I can cut that off for sure. But also, this branch is coming, like, look at the way it's growing there. It's not supposed to touch like that. So this branch right here has to go too. And I might even eliminate this branch over here. And some of this is dead, right? So you see how this one is all dead? So I can cut that right off as well. Actually, that's kind of like where you would do a head cut, but because it's dead, I already cut it off. Here's another dead branch. I don't really like this branch either. This branch, where those nest of worms was, is growing way in like that. So it's not really ideal for it to grow like that. I think I'm going to cut that off too. One more cut over here. And looking around, it's not looking too bad now. I don't see any crisscross branches. I see mostly upward and outward growth, and that's what you're looking for, really. Ooh, maybe this one can go. This one's gonna get touching here, so that can go. Yeah, I think that's right now looking decent. Ready? We have a very unique system to manage our orchard, and we have a bunch of working animals that help us do so. One being the Emden goose, and one being khaki Campbell ducks, and we also have white Campbell ducks. So the basic general explanation is that the ducks and the geese free range in the orchard. They walk all around our fruit trees. They have access to them all. They're both fertilizing all the area around here, okay, with their natural manures. And of course, they just poop all day long. And the geese actually eat grass. Maybe the ducks eat grass too. But the ducks eat insects. And this is a distinction between geese and ducks. Geese don't really eat insects, but ducks love insects. It's the main part of their diet when they're free ranging. So in essence, the ducks are helping us keep the fruit trees free from insects. It's not a 100% system, of course, because they're on the ground and insects sometimes fly around. But the geese eat the grass, the ducks eat the insects. They're both fertilizing the area, and in addition, the geese guard the ducks. They actually protect the ducks from small predators and aerial predation like hawks and owls and eagles and such. So if you think of it that way, both of these animals that we keep in our orchard are working for us, and they get to enjoy a wicked awesome organic free-range life at the same time. It's a win-win situation for them and for our farm. It's the same thing over here with this apple tree. I bought this from the Home Depot last year. This is just last year I planted it. It's the kind that has 4 apples on it. That's a Honeycrisp, that's a Fuji, this is a Pink Lady, and this down here is a Buckeye Gala. So if you look very closely, right there, you can see it's broken, right? But it's not really broken because it has growth. In essence, what I want to do is lift this branch up, and that'll close that and be able to heal it. So I'm just going to do the same thing with this spike and tie it off and tape it off and let it heal. There, that's taped on pretty good, and it's pretty stable. So hopefully that'll heal up too, just like the other one. It's actually quite shocking, even though it's split there, that this is still growing. It shows you the resilience of Mother Nature. Oh no, the geese got out. Geese, get back here, geese. Come on now. Geese, come back here. I know you understand me. You get back in the fence. Okay? That's where I was working on repairing their house. They're probably investigating the renovation, inspecting it, making sure that I did a good job. So I just got this all chopped up. This is the mulberry tree that was kind of completely covering this peach. I'm going to have to get the excavator to remove some of that because it's a little bit dangerous. A lot of people were asking what we do with a lot of the wood chips that we've been producing, and this is one of the things we do. We put it around the base of all of the trees in the orchard. There's a couple main purposes why we put this kind of mulch around the base of the tree. One is to somewhat protect from weed growth. It's not a perfect system at all, but it helps a little bit. But the other is to retain moisture. And when you're constantly watering these trees the way we do, you gotta somehow hold in the water, otherwise it just drains away or washes away. And for us here, it's very sandy soil, really sandy, so it's like we're constantly watering these trees, even though they're all well established already. But if we don't water them, they really dry out, you know, so it's important that we stay on top of that. Looks like the frogs found the pond. That's pretty good. They're going to eat a lot of insects for us. There's the ducks. They're doing okay right now. Just having a rest underneath that apple tree. Actually, there's two frogs there. Maybe they're mating. It is mating season. Those frogs must be Twitter-pated. Does that mean we're going to have a bunch of tadpoles swimming around in the pond? I wonder if there is, if the ducks will eat the tadpoles. That is interesting. Oh no, the geese are getting further and further away. I better go herd them back. And the ducks, they don't even care that the geese aren't here. They're just chilling out. Okay, Olive, you're gonna help me herd these geese? They're way over there. What are you doing, guys? Let's go. Hot one, hot two. Left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left. What are you doing? Aren't you helping me? You're hiding behind me? What are you doing? You're supposed to be my bodyguard. There you go, guys. This is where they got out. Olive, get your Kong. This is where they got out. I gotta fix this over here so they won't get out. This is just temporary until I finish working on their house. It's really never a dull moment here at the Hidden Spring Farm. There's always something going on. One of the animals is getting into trouble. I'm getting into trouble. Who knows what's gonna happen? Okay, ducks, you gotta move out of the way, guys. I'm gonna be doing some work, okay? So these old antique apple trees did in fact get some damage. And I mean, it's okay. It's not really the end of the world, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. Right up here. If you look, I'm gonna try to angle the camera for you. Right there. That's on this branch right here. So it's not really looking that great. I can't leave it like that. And I mean, you can't even pass by here because this whole branch is just down. This tree right here is a Fuji apple. It's looking pretty good. I just put the spikes in the ground there. That tree over there is another apple. And this beauty right here is an Asian pear. I believe it's a Shinjuku variety. And it's looking like beautiful right now. Let's get a spike in here so it can feed off the fertilizer. You okay, kiddo? Hey? Not too hot for you? Good girl? You being good? High five? You just gave me one fingernail. Here's another situation on this cherry tree. It's a Bing cherry tree. You can see it's all alive. It's actually flowering, but it's broken there, so I don't really know if I can repair that. It's looking awfully sketchy. If I fold this back up, do you think I could save it? I don't know. I don't think I could save it, but I'm gonna try. Pretty sure we have 5 cherry trees. And last year was the very first year that we actually got some fruits. It wasn't really a lot of fruits though, so don't get excited. I think we got 3 or 4 cherries out of the 5 trees. So we're really looking forward to the maturity of the tree, and maybe this year it can actually give us a little bit more than a few cherries. Even though I think it's very unlikely that this branch will survive, I'm going to try this technique anyhow. We're going to try to tape off the wound as best as we can to stop insect infestation and moisture and see what we can do. I'm going to try my best to save this branch. It's tied off to this branch, so it's pushed up so that all of the insides is pushed up against the break. It still has this, so I'm like, I don't know. Why don't I give it a chance? But this has a bunch of nice growth. I think I pruned this last year, so I don't really have any pruning to do on this cherry, but I sure hope that these turn into sweet, scrumptious cherries this year. This here is a golden spice pear. As you can see, golden spice. It's got a serious break right here from the ice storm stuff, so I am just going to prune that. Yep, that branch has got to go. That's not looking too bad now. You have to also understand how a tree grows, right? So this part of the tree doesn't grow up. The tree grows from the ends, from the tips. So when you're thinking about pruning, for example, this branch right here, it's coming over here. So from this tip, it's going to continue to grow here. So looking at it in the whole scheme of things, do I want that branch continually growing over here? And the answer is no. So that's why you got to prune this sucker off. There's a crisscross branch right there. You don't want that. That's not too bad. This branch is coming up. This one's touching here. You see that? You don't want that. It's going to create decay on the bark here. It's going to constantly rub from the wind. So that's just the way it goes. You got to prune that sucker. Do I want to prune this or prune this? Yeah, this one. I'll probably have to prune this one too, but I'll wait till next year, see how it looks. There you go. Beautiful cherry. Actually, I think this one's a Bing cherry too. It's lost its little tag though, but I'm pretty sure it's a Bing. Tulugana ducks! Tulugana! Tulugana! Tulugana ducks! Come on now, you two geese, lead the way. Tulugana! Time to go to bed. Nighty night night. Tulugana! Tulugana! Tulugana is Filipino language for go to bed, just in case anybody's wondering. Go to bed or go to sleep. Well, I really do appreciate you watching. Thanks for following along on our journey of building a small farm for ourselves and for our future. And if you haven't seen it already, I have another video. I'm going to put it up on the screen. It's really why you need to have geese and ducks free ranging in an orchard. And it's a really good system. So if you're thinking about it, watch the video. And it's just a good entertainment anyways, even if you're not building an orchard for yourself. Anyways, thanks for watching. You guys take care, okay?